Ladies and gentlemen, how are you guys today? It is so good to see you guys today. Give me just a second while I get this camera turned on for you guys. But while I'm waiting on my camera here, because it's been acting a little crazy with me, I wanted to let you guys know, man, today we're going to be talking about Ukraine. What the hell is wrong with you? And if you know Ukraine, like I know the Ukraine situation, we're going to deal with it. We're going to deal with it today. So, Ukraine, what the hell is wrong with you, right? And I'm going to do this. We're going to have we're going to talk about it, and then once we talk about it, we're going to be out of here. All right, we're going to talk about it, and we're going to be out of here. So here we go. Let me get this camera started here, and we'll go from there. Bam, there we go. She's back. All right. So thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys for coming in and being a part of the show today. Yesterday had some technical difficulties, so I replayed a show from on yesterday. Hope you guys enjoyed the replay on Monday. I did a replay on Sunday of all the shows on Sunday to keep you guys occupied. What's going on with everything that I talked about previously. If you missed it or your family missed it, I gave you guys an opportunity to go back and watch that as well. But let's go ahead and hop right in on this real quick. All right. Let's see here. All right, give me just a second. All right, so here we go. So we're going to hop right into this thing, man. Ukraine, what the hell is wrong with you? Right? Have you lost your damn mind? Now, I can understand. You know what? Racism exists, guys. There's a lot of black people that say it don't exist. There's a whole lot of white people say it doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. It doesn't exist when it comes to systematic racism doesn't exist anymore. That's what they're saying. They're also saying that racism just does not exist. But guess what, guys? It does. In every faction of the world, racism exists. It is something about this melanin that just drives people crazy to oppress it. There's no way possible there's a war going on and you're nitpicking who can leave the country and who cannot. And then you get your people out and then you put the black people at the back of the line. Right? You put the black people at the back of the line, guys. So I'm going to be short and sweet today, right? Because I have to drive my daughter to college today when I leave here today. I have to take her to do some stuff at college today. God bless her, right? So I'm going to get in here and get out of here, but I'm going to be very effective, all right? So here we go. First of all, we'll look at the root here because the root is a very credible. The blacker the content, the sweeter the truth. The root. Go to theroot.com and get your information. All black news there. So watch this. Let me share the screen and we're going to get right in on it. So the root here is showing the headline says hashtag Africans in Ukraine reportedly face racism and obstacles trying to flee the war. Right? If we scroll down a little bit here, let's see here. All right, let's go into it. Here we go. Now it shows here just briefly. I'll go into it just a little bit. It says here over the weekend, a tragic video emerged on social media that allegedly depicted hundreds of Africans being blocked by police and others as they tried to board the same trains that were taking white Ukrainian women and children to safety in neighboring countries. Other social media posts and some news reports and that countries receiving Ukrainian refugees have resisted allowing Africans fleeing the fighting to enter their countries, while at the same time their native countries have been caught flat-footed in responding to the crisis. Again, guys, thank you for being here. Princess A, thank you for being here. TR Baby 23, Jay Takashi, thank you for being here as well. All right, so let's get back to it. From Reuters. So meanwhile, several social media threads shared accounts of Africans attempting to make their way onto trains and into neighboring countries. The French language version of these news agencies shared an unverified video. See how they try to fix it. That showed a black woman being blocked from a train by a man in uniform while a white woman was allowed on. This video is true. And I have it. And I'm going to show it in a few seconds. So let's move on from this article, guys. So if you want to go to this article right here, please educate yourself on what's going on with our people. Go to the root where their motto is the blacker the content, the sweeter the truth. I love it. All right, so go to that. All right, and then once you go to that, you'll be able to do that. Now, let's go over here to my guy, Dr. Rashad Ritchie, right? This is fair use. So make sure I put that in here because I don't want to get struck by YouTube. So this is fair use, but then all caps so they can see it. All right. All right, so this is fair use for educational purposes only. All right, let me make sure I put that there, make it clear. Fair use for educational purposes only. All right, we're gonna get Rich in here, and we're gonna let him talk for a second about what's going on in the Ukraine, because you guys need to hear this as well. Let me stop sharing and get the volume up here, because I think I left the volume out of that share. So let's see if we can get him back in here. All right, there he is. So let's get Dr. Ritchie in here. Fair use for educational purposes only. Here we go.
There's racism in the Ukraine. There are racist Ukrainians. So let me do it this way, because I think people will blur the lines.
Fair use.
I'm anti-war, but as my grandmother would say, I got plenty of walking around sense. What Putin is doing in Ukraine is wrong. It's morally wrong.
Exactly. Fair use.
What some Ukrainians are doing to black people inside of their country is wrong as well, and racist as hell. Now, reporters who are reporting on this are also showing their extreme racism in how they contextualize European countries. And I'm going to break all of this down in real time. Let me take you to the first video.
Now with the Russians marching in, it's changed the calculus entirely. Tens of thousands of people have tried to flee the city. There will be many more. People are hiding out in bomb shelters. But this isn't a place, with all due respect, like Iraq or Afghanistan, that has seen conflict raging for decades. This is a relatively civilized, relatively European, I have to choose those words carefully too, city where you wouldn't expect that or hope that it's going to happen. So it's partly human nature, but they are not in denial.
I'm sorry, it's very emotional for me, because I see European people with blue eyes and blonde hair being killed, children being killed every day with Putin's missiles and his helicopters and his rockets.
And so, of course,
Pause. Did you guys just hear him? Pause. He said it's amazing to him to see people with blue eyes and blonde hair being killed. So being deleted. So is it okay for people with brown eyes and brown skin to be deleted? Are you guys hearing what I'm hearing? He just said it's amazing to him. These reporters cannot believe that blue eyes and blonde hair people are being deleted in the Ukraine. That should only be for countries that have darker skin, like Iraq, Afghanistan, right? That's African countries. Those are the only ones that should be dealing with being deleted, not the blue-eyed and the blue-eyed and blonde hair people. Oh no, not the blue-eyed and blonde hair people. They shouldn't be deleted. It's just all the black, just only countries with darker skin. Guys, this is blatant racism in media in your face. And if you don't think racism exists now, go run out in traffic. Jump in a pool and take a deep breath. If you don't think racism exists right now. Racism exists. Guys, if you're just coming in, get in this chat. I need to see that you're here. I want to shout you out. But if you don't think racism exists after seeing these reporters, I'm telling you, you need to reevaluate your life. You need to restart it. Jump in the pool and take a deep breath. Run out in traffic, because you are very ignorant to what's going on in the world today. And this is a prime example. And if you don't believe it, I have video footage that I'm going to show after this of a black woman trying to get on a train to flee a war that she didn't start. And a man in uniform pushes her off the train and then allows a woman right after that that's white with blue eyes and blonde hair to get on the train. Racism is international. Melanin is the thing that people have something against. They hate it. They hate us. They don't allow us to live proper lives. It's a shame. Why can't you just fill the damn train up? Why does it matter who's get on the train and what color they are? Fill it up. Fill it up. And then we're over here talking about we're allies and we're going over here to help these people and assist them. And they're treating our black well. Hell, the government ain't no better over here. This is ridiculous. Fair use for informational purposes only. Let's continue.
I understand and respect the emotion. What you are outlining there is this tension between longer term efforts to apply pressure to Vladimir Putin, such as financial sanctions, and the very immediate military threat which you're experiencing.
Just to put it bluntly, these are not refugees from Syria. These are refugees from neighboring Ukraine. I mean, that, quite frankly, is part of it. These are Christians.
Pause. She said, these are not refugees. See how they distinguish the two cultures? These are not refugees from Syria. No. So they should be treated differently. These are not refugees from Syria, from a place where darker skinned people come from. No. These are these are blue-eyed and blonde people that need somewhere to be. And so they should be treated differently and fairly. But the dark-skinned people should not be. She just said it to your face. Again, if you don't think racism exists now, and it's right here in your face, I'm giving you networks right now of people talking about this, and they're news reporters, journalists are looking into the cameras on these platforms that you guys like to watch. All these white folks up here, and like I said, I don't hate white people, but some of them need some goddamn correcting. And so you have these people up here. I'm upset because my thing is we trust in everything that the government say. We trust in everything that the people say in the media. But that's why we are important. That's why black media is important. That's why we are important. That's why Roland Martin is important. That's why all these other people, like Dr. Richard, he is important. These people, because we're getting this information out here. That's the truth. And I'm presenting it to you. And whatever you do with it, however you eat it, is how you eat it. But goddamn it taste it a little bit. Put it on your spoon a little bit. This is ridiculous. If you don't think systematic racism exists in the country and in the United States, then look abroad. Matter of fact, today I learned that Hitler, I ain't gonna say his name, you know his name, Hitler. I'm gonna say Hitler. Back in the day in the Holocaust, he sent two people from where he was in Germany over here to learn how they control their slaves in Jim Crow. And he took what he learned from those two men that learned from the Jim Crow era, and they took it back to Germany, and they used it in their own methods of tearing them down over there. Man, we're the start of a lot. That's another story for another day. This lady just said we're not Syria. They should be treated differently. Fair use for educational purposes only. Here we go.
White, they're very similar to many people who live in Congo.
Now the unthinkable has happened to them. And this is not a developing third world nation. This is Europe.
This is not a developing third world nation. This is Europe. Wait. She threw a shot right there. Read between the lines, ladies and gentlemen. Basically, if you read between the lines, she said, this is a place of white people, decent white people. This is not a place full of niggas. Let's go back and hear what she said. I want you guys to read between the lines. Listen to this.
This is your.
Oh, yeah, he got her too.
Unthinkable has happened to them. And this is not a developing third world nation. This is Europe.
This is Europe. These are good Christian white people.
Yes.
I mean, they're civilized, as the first reporter said.
On, Rashad.
It's not like Iraq. These aren't refugees from Syria.
Fair use.
They should be ashamed of themselves. They are human beings. Bias, prejudice, systemic racism on display in international journalism, and you just saw it. Remember, one lady said, they're white Christians, as if somehow their lives, because they happen to be white or belong to a particular religious category, their lives are much more sophisticated and valuable than those who are not. Now, they may not see it that way because their bias could likely be implicit. I don't give a damn which one it is.
Right,
The impact of it is the same. The impact of hyper aggressive bias and implicit bias is the same for the person on the other side of the bias. Those were just a few clips. Let me give you some more background.
Yeah, fair
right?
use. So he's going to go into some more. If you can read the screen right here, it says cities under siege across Ukraine are home to tens of thousands of African students studying medicine, engineering, and military affairs. Morocco, Nigeria, and Egypt are among the top 10 countries with foreign students in Ukraine, together supplying over 16,000 students. According to the Education Ministry, thousands of Indian students are also trying to flee. Are you guys watching this? Let's get to the second part. What was meant to be a cheaper alternative to studying in Western Europe or the United States has turned overnight into a war zone. As Russia tanks, planes, and ships launch the biggest European invasion of another nation since World War II. Are you guys seeing this? Let's get to this part. With flights grounded, African governments thousands of miles away are struggling to support their students. The students Reuters spoke to said they had no help from home. Let's get back to Dr. Ritchie.
Ukrainians stopping black travelers from getting on trains, stopping their movement
Yes.
in favor of whites. We have seen this. We have also seen the Twitter feeds of individuals who are giving us updates as they come. This is racist. Now, here's what's going to happen. You see, Putin is well aware that the international community is against what he's doing, by and large, okay? Obviously, there's some exception. He's going to use this against Ukraine, and it will continue to be a public relations nightmare. It's a war inside of a war. The race dynamic or the racial injustice is the war that has already been there before this war started, because racism is a global dynamic, not simply contextualized through the American experience. And if the leadership of Ukraine, if they don't step up and denounce what Ukrainians are doing, you will see other nations, especially those connected to Africa, they will start not supporting the Ukraine fight against Russia. That will happen.
What do you guys think? Are you listening to this, guys? I'm trying to educate you guys on what's going on around the world. Now, if we have people around the world in a country full of blonde-haired, blue-eyed babies and adults, then, and they're being racist toward black people in a foreign country, we can't say it don't exist here. But I don't want to take the attention off what our black people are doing in the Ukraine, because they're over there trying to get a cheap education because it costs triple here of what it would cost to go there. And so they're only trying to better their lives. It goes out to the people that says black people should pull themselves up by their own bootstraps. Well, they're over there trying to pull themselves up by their bootstraps, trying to go to medical school, trying to go to school to be doctors and nurses, so on and so forth. And now they're being denied refuge. They're being denied to get on the trains. They're simply just being denied. Let's get to some of the tweets that are coming from over there. Here's one. A Nigerian medical student at Poland-Ukraine border told me she has been waiting 7 hours to cross. She says border guards are stopping black people and sending them to the back of the queue, saying they have to let Ukrainians through first. My. My. Jesus Christ. But that racism exists, doesn't it, guys? Come on. That racism don't exist. Oh no, racism don't exist. There's no such thing as racism. That's over. Why is everything about color? Why is everything about black and white? Because it's a gray area. Racism. Period. It's everywhere. You're in the Ukraine right now, and you got dark skin, you in trouble. You're reading this tweet, Stephanie Haggerty, a white lady with a black friend that's Nigerian, a Nigerian medical student at Poland-Ukraine border. Her name is Madika Shahini. Told me, she said this is what she told her. She has been waiting 7 hours. 7 hours. 7 hours, guys. That's damn near a work day. 7 hours. A Nigerian medical student has been sitting and waiting for 7 hours to cross the border, to be free from war, to be free from deletion, to be free from whatever those Russian soldiers may do to her. 7 hours. And this is a tweet right here. This is from a white woman that has a black Nigerian friend that's tweeting her as this is going along. If you don't think racism exists, guys, you're crazy. And not only does it exist here, but now it's under the government, under the laws, because I keep telling people, the Klan do not wear, the people that are oppressors do not wear their robes anymore. They wear police uniforms. They wear judge robes. They wear, they're in the juries. They're everywhere. Everything evolves. You don't think racism evolves? Why put on sheets and burn crosses in your yard when I can affect the way you get paid, where you work, if you work, how you work? If I can divide your family, if I can destroy the nuclear family, if I can do all these things, why would I burn crosses in your yard when I can take the yard from you, put you in redline you, put you in areas where you can't live and you can't thrive and you're in a food desert, put you in areas where we pump drugs into the community, pump guns into the community, right? And to destroy, right? Because I keep telling y'all, there's no way possible that a man that don't have a job walking around with a $2,000 semi-automatic AK-47 in his hand. There's no way possible they can walk around with a $4,000 or $5,000 weapon in their hands. Somebody gave it to them, and the only person that could give those type of guns out are military. Our military, guys. That's it. Just take a look, guys. This is plainly it. This is it. Not only is it here, but it's everywhere. Spreading like a virus. Wow. They can. I want to read a tweet. My boy Tommy B, if he's listening, Tommy B, my guy. Tommy B sent me this because he knew I was going to talk about this. He already knew it. He's already has sent me something. He said, bro, I know you're going to be talking about this tomorrow, man. Look at this. And I want to read to you guys what Tommy B sent me. Let me go back here. Tommy B, where is he at? There we go. Amanda Seals, you know, me and her bump heads a lot. I don't really care for Amanda at times. However, she's a beautiful sister. And now today, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Watch this. She said, racism got time during the war, during an apocalypse. Racism always has time. Let me read it to you again. Racism got time during war, during an apocalypse. Racism always has time. Let's go to another tweet. Look at this tweet. Dr. Oyede Elijah. Black Africans are being treated with racism and contempt in Ukraine and Poland. West cannot ask African nations to stand in solidarity with them if they cannot display basic respect for us, even in a time of war. Ignored. Oh, here we go. Let me read it again. West cannot ask African nations to stand in solidarity with them if they cannot display basic respect for us, even in a time of war. Ignored in a pandemic and left to delete in war. Unacceptable. Unacceptable. Guys, right here in the land of the free, in the home of the brave, with covered over racism. You guys that are in the chat right now, that are maybe watching right now, imagine right now if you looked up in the sky and Russia took over the United States today and just came in here and they just started blasting. And all of us tried to get on the train to get out of here to get to Canada. And as we were trying to get on the train to Canada, they say, sir, hell, you can't get on here. Get to the back of the line. Come on, Susan. Canadian-born Nigerian, you can't get on here. Come on, Benjamin. Jay Takashi, you can't get on this train. Get to the back of the line. Come on, Ryan. And then I try to get on, and they push me off on the ground. And then they let Billy on. That's what's happening in the Ukraine right now. And we can't sit here and say it's a fib, it's a lie. It is not a lie because there's visual proof. There are several videos. I have one in particular I'm going to show you before I get off. There is visual proof that racism is at an all-time high, not only here in the States, not only here in the courtrooms, not only here in the jail systems, not only here in this country, but there's racism abroad. It's international racism. How in the hell are bombs and bullets flying, and the only thing the soldiers can do at the train is to separate the black people from the white people? How is it that, if you didn't watch it, guys, when you first came in, I played the reporters talking about how white people shouldn't be treated this way, when black people have been treated this way for 400, 500 years. How is it possible? Somebody please help me understand. There was a reporter that says, I can't believe they're doing this. This is not a country like Syria. This happens to Syria. At the beginning, when you guys go back and watch this, at the beginning, there was a reporter that I just played that says, you know, we're not here in Ukraine. We're not like undeveloped African countries. We're not like Iraq and Afghanistan. We have decency here. So we're not refugees from another country like those countries. They're used to that kind of stuff. We're not used to that here. We don't deserve it. So basically, the blue-eyed and the blonde hair people don't deserve it. They don't deserve it. They don't deserve to be treated this way. Well, damn it, welcome. This is what you're being treated like in the last 3 or 4 days. Black people have been treated like that for centuries. So get over. No, wrong language. Not get over it. Because what's happening in the Ukraine is wrong. What Vladimir Putin is doing to those people is wrong. It's a certain amount of people. There's always a bucket of people. There's always a bucket of people that have something to always finds a way to separate people by color. It is the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life. Let's move forward. CBS News senior foreign correspondent Charlie D'Agata apologized. See, now they're apologizing. They're going on an apology tour. Right, Black David, I know you want to come on, but I got to take my daughter somewhere today. So we'll follow up later. Matter of fact, we'll probably talk about this tonight. I'll be back tonight for our show tonight, guys. Please come in to Talk Tuesday tonight, 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. We're going to have a conversation today about this very thing. We're going to talk about foreigners. We're going to talk about Africans that come from that country today or here, and then what beef they have with the Africans that actually live here. And then we'll talk about this. This will be a great segue into what we're talking about tonight. So Black David, make sure, I think I sent you an email. I sent you an email, Black David, but I'll send you another one. I sent you an email, but I'll send with the link because I wanted you to be there because you're from a foreign country. Okay, so watch this. CBS News senior foreign correspondent Charlie DeGada apologized Saturday for suggesting the war in Ukraine is particularly shocking because the country is relatively civilized. And European compared to Iraq and Afghanistan, DeGada's characterization was among a flurry of similar commentary in the media that critiques have slammed as racist and in some cases historically inaccurate. Let's go here. What does this say? DeGada responded to the criticism during a Saturday report saying, I spoke in a way that I regret, and for that I'm sorry. He said that I've been trying to convey was that Ukraine had not seen war on this scale in recent years compared to conflicts he'd covered in other parts of the world. Oh, he's trying to fix it. He's trying to fix it. All right, so that's it on that. Now, guys, I'm about to end the show. Yes, if we can get, if I can get Man of Prestige email, I think I have his email already. I think I need to email him. I'll email him later today while I'm driving. Well, I ain't gonna say while I'm driving. I don't, when people saying, yeah, email him while you're driving. Hell yeah, I do it. But no, only if it's an emergency.
War on this scale in recent years.
But what I want to do now, I want to go to the video before I close out today. All right, before I close out today, I want to go to the video. This is the video. It's 2 minutes and 12 seconds. That's how long we got left in the show. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Jamal Williams, thank you for being here. Canadian born. Mandrell, thank you. What the Funk is in the building. Sir Hill Speaks. My brother from another mother is in the building today. Jay Takashi, TR Baby 23, Princess A is in the building today. Thank you guys for being here for the show. All right. This is fair use for educational purposes only. But I want to play. This is what's going on in Ukraine right now. As you can see, let me get the cursor. As you can see here, these are the men in uniform that are letting people on the train. These people right here are white and black people mixed together trying to get out. And I want you guys to watch what happens in this 2 minutes and 12 seconds, and then we'll end the show. Captain Exec, I want you there tonight as well. Captain Exec, if you're still on, we're having a show tonight about Bahamians, about Nigerians, about Jamaicans, about African Americans and how they bump heads on culture. And so I would love Captain Exec for you to be in the building tonight, man. 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. Guys, you don't want to miss it tonight. We're going to have a hell of a show. All right, so the Ukraine, and this is the Africans in Ukraine. Let's go ahead. Let me see. Did I put the volume on? Because I definitely want you guys to hear the volume. Let's see here. Here we go. Oh, nope, I didn't. All right, here we go.
Black girl go, they're pushing her, they're not letting her go, they're not letting her go. Is it right? Is it right? They're not letting the black girl go.
You see the black lady? She's getting pushed. See her? Let's go back. See the black lady right here? Watch you push her off. He pushes her off. See, there she is. Now she's off. Now watch this.
They're not letting the black girl go. They're not letting the black girl go. The black girl go. They're pushing her. They're not letting her go. They're not letting her go. Is it right?
No.
Man, these people left without taking the blacks, man. None of the blacks, man. See. None. Even the black guys that already have feet, they took.
All the black people were left. Now, damn it, listen to this. If you guys are watching this right now, I don't give a damn how you think or how you feel, guys. If you're watching this right now, you don't see this blatant racism right here, right now, you're crazy. You're crazy. The man is showing you on live camera. This man is in a country of war. When he had time to edit a video to take all the white people out of it and put all the black people there, they left all the black people and the train left them. They didn't let nobody on. And so I read about it. I had to go do some research. And they said they wanted all the Ukrainian women, children, and men to go first. And they would come back for the Africans. What? But what if they're deleted by the time you get back? Oh my, let's continue. We're 31 seconds in and I'm already pissed off. Here we go.
Their kids and their wife and left the niggas behind. Like, everyone is stranded. This is really too bad.
Not a white person out there. This woman with this baby, I'm going to turn the camera off. I don't even think I can handle it. How could you leave this woman? If this woman's trying to get on the train with her child, How could you leave this woman holding her child and not let her on the damn train to flee war? This is ridiculous. How is a white-skinned person more important than this woman holding her baby? Let's continue. I got.
These are the black community.
Yeah, Mandrell. Yeah, Mandrell. Who's on the show tonight? Mandrell. I see you, Doc. Mandrell said there's no such thing as racism, because the other night we had a show. We had a young man on the show that says there's no such thing as racism. Well, hell, I watches this. I hope he watches this. Let's continue.
We are not allowing any black people to enter inside the gate. We are all here. It's only Ukrainians that they are allowing in. Even the ones with kids, they're not allowing them in. They really have been here for days and nobody's asking any questions. Only Ukrainian women and kids they are allowing in through this gate. All the places blocked and all are full of blacks from different communities,
fair use,
different countries. Nobody's talking to us. These are the black community. We are not allowing any black people to enter inside the gate. We are all here. It's only Ukrainians that they are allowing in. Even the ones with kids, they're not allowing them. They really have been here for days and nobody's asking any questions. Only Ukrainian women and kids they are allowing in through this gate. All the places blocked and all are full of blacks from different communities, from different countries. Nobody's talking to us.
Why? Yeah, why? Why? What is this?
They're kicking them off the train. They're kicking them off the train. The lady's screaming to the top of her lungs. They're kicking her off the train. They kicked her off the guys. Ooh. They kicked her off the. Damn it! Listen to me, people, black and white alike. If you say that racism does not exist, and please, guys, please don't say it to me. I'm too angry right now for you to say that to me. Racism does not exist. Go look at this video. Go rewind this back. Just take it a second back and look at that black woman that actually got on the train without them seeing her. That man turned around and saw her, grabbed her, and threw her off the train. All because of the color of her skin. So for all you people out there that says racism does not exist, it exists here. It exists internationally. It is something about the uniqueness and the brilliance and the wonderful aspects of a black person that scares the shit out of people. And people are not able to consume black excellence. Those people, half of those people over here that are in the Ukraine are there for medical school. They're there to study. They're there to better their lives. And they run into a war that they didn't start. And now they're being pushed off trains. They're being yelled at, grabbed, thrown off trains because of the color of their damn skin. And I don't want to hear anything else about it. Guys, do something nice for someone today. Do something nice for someone today. And if you can't find anybody else to do something nice for today, do something nice for yourself. This has been Unfiltered News with your boy Black Man Unfiltered. I would love to see you guys tonight at 8:30 Central Standard Time on Black Man Unfiltered Network tonight. Go ahead and go to the thumbnail and go ahead and set the reminder. Hit that little button so you can be reminded every time I go live. And I'll see you guys tonight. Peace.